Well, it looks like we're in space for this episode of Co-Pilots.
Woo!
Well, space in the future.
It's all floating. Everything's floating.
I'm just pretending I'm inside a vacuum. So...
That was very, very, very funny and very, very clever.
Well, one of us has to be, and it's not fucking me. So...
Go on.
We're doing Futurama, which is a brand new television show.
Mm-hmm.
And Final Space, which I believe is about as new as TV shows ever are on Co-Pilots. It's been out for over a year.
If you want some hot off the press up to date stuff, go to Co-Directors, where we've just done a thing about El Camino, which may or may not be out right now.
Yeah. I mean, they're all out right now. Everything we talk about has already been released.
No, I mean the episode that we just did. You fool.
Oh, yes.
You mook.
Oh,
you
no.
schmuck.
That is true. It will not be.
Okay,
It
well,
will be
hold
a
tight.
week from today when it's already out of date. But it'll be the closest we've ever been. It'll be within 2 weeks of something coming out.
Yes. I've just had a notification saying Overwatch is doing an update, which is mad because anyway. Yes, Futurama and Final Space.
Yes.
With which
One
one
of them.
shall we start?
Should we start with Final Space?
Okay then.
This is a show based in space.
Finally. Good night.
So, Futurama. Oh wait, this is showing that there's an episode called Final Space, which is the pilot, which is not what I watched. I watched season 1, episode 1,
I think that's what I watched.
where he's already in space.
The one I watched is he is in a spacesuit.
In prison.
What?
Is he in space prison?
Yeah, he pretends to be a pilot and then gets arrested.
Yeah. Okay, cool. We watched the same
Oh
episode.
my god, don't
Woo!
do that. Jesus Christ, I thought that was it then.
Well, I mean, it wouldn't be the first time.
Yeah, that's true.
It would in fact be the second time.
We have done it surprisingly few times for having done this for 4 years.
Yeah, it worries me that like we're just gonna have a run where we just turn up to record and just go, oh, I've watched the wrong fucking one. What am I like? In our defence, it's Law and Order's fault. They recorded a pilot episode and they went, do you know what? I think that's in episode 6.
When was Law and Order? Was that last year?
Oh
Oh my god, it was.
Yeah.
I can't believe that. Anyway, Final Space. Yeah, Gary. He's
Oh yeah.
he's in space prison.
Yes. He's an idiot.
Yeah. So he tries to he's trying to impress the captain of the Infinity Guard by pretending to be a pilot, and he accidentally destroys a whole bunch of spaceships, for which he's then arrested and put into space prison.
Which seems like where you should go if you're pretending to be a space pilot.
Yeah. It does make sense. So yeah, it's about him. He's living in the space prison. He's got the ship system, which is called Hugh, and there's a what is it? It's Kevin is an insanity avoidance
The annoying little
companion.
robot.
Oh my god! Don't fucking tell me he's annoying, right? The main cunt, Gary, is so fucking irritating. I really couldn't enjoy this. It was so annoying. Apart from the little alien fucker, he was quite cute. He was
Yeah, I really found this was very much like a cross between Futurama and Adventure Time.
That's exactly the comparison I was going to make. Absolutely. But
Where like I didn't hate it, like I couldn't watch a lot of it.
yeah, Like the whole point about how like he finds a little alien, so he calls it mooncake. It's just a little bit. It's just so quirky and ugh. It just it basically ended up annoying me more than anything else. And apparently,
See, the thing is, I don't even think it's bad.
Oh no,
necessarily.
no.
I think it's just a bit. I think it's just not me.
Yeah, maybe if you're like 12, you know, this is for you.
Yeah, but like looking at the cast, like it's got some people in it.
David Tennant's in it.
Yeah.
And John DiMaggio.
Conan O'Brien.
Brian.
Whatever. Ron Perlman.
Is he?
Yeah, I think he's like. I think there's a lot of people who are like in one
They
episode.
do like guest spots, do they?
Yeah.
But yeah, a combination of Adventure Time and Futurama is a really, really good. There's a couple of points of like actual pathos when he's like in his. There's a bit right at the start. He's in the spacesuit and he's floating through space, and there's loads of debris and shit all around him, and he's like, "Oh, how long have I got? You have 10 minutes of oxygen left," and he's like, "Oh, okay." And the score's like quite tinkly and moving and stuff, and then he's like, "Oh, that's strange." He's looking at the wrist thing telling him he's got 10 minutes left. He's like, "Oh, that's strange. They went with green for a red danger alert thing. I'd have gone with red." And that bit, I was wondering if it was going to go into a bit more of a drama than a comedy, but then it just got really fucking kooky and really fucking irritating.
That's the thing. I thought that it was going to be quite a much, not like deeper show, but a bit more like serious.
Yeah.
Then I was like, oh, like for that opening scene, I was like, oh, I don't know if we should have put this with Futurama. And then as soon as that scene finished, I was like, oh no, we got it right.
Yeah, we were fine. But yeah, I just couldn't get past how annoying it all was. I mean, I quite like the mooncake thing, like where he comes up and goes "Jukity," and I thought, oh, okay, he's quite cute, but just the whole thing about you're not allowed to take the cookies, but there's a cookie dispenser. It's a little bit interminable.
Yeah, I'm kind of curious to watch like a few more episodes to see what happens, because it seems very much like he's in prison and it's probably going to be fine.
I mean, the opening titles made it look fairly interesting anyway, like because you see characters from other episodes presumably.
Yeah, I'm kind of curious, but I don't think I'm gonna go out of my way to watch it.
No, definitely. I will never watch any of it again. Like in fact, that's the second time I've watched that episode, because I started watching it last night, while I was in bed, but then I was sort of in and out of sleep, so I remembered like tiny parts of it, but it took me a little while to realise what was going on when I watched it the second time around.
I think there's I don't know, maybe it's just that we watch so much TV just for the podcast that, like, I don't know, although, to be fair, I reckon I could probably get through it fairly quickly. There's 23 episodes and they're 20 minutes long.
Well, I mean, if you've done Suits in,
I mean, I've only done 6 seasons in 2 weeks. That's
still pretty good.
Yeah, no, that is actually, isn't it? Yeah, no, I'm pretty fucking good at binge watching.
I'm really not. I'm terrible at it.
Yeah, but see, the thing is, because I want to finish Suits, so I will. By the time I finish Suits, I'll forget about the show.
Does she marry a prince in the season finale? Do you think? Man, didn't Suits only finish this year?
Yeah, it finished like a week before we did the podcast, I think.
Oh shit!
Like, we were almost on the money.
Nearly.
We were 9 years late, but we nearly got the end. So it was nearly big again. But yeah, no, I'm kind of. There's a little bit of me that's curious to see what happens after the first episode. But I don't know. Yeah. It's weird. Should we talk about Futurama?
I think we probably should.
Yeah, Futurama's a TV show set on future Earth.
I really fucking like Futurama. I mean, I love The Simpsons, and like even now, I still love The Simpsons. And I've watched Futurama less because I think when I was a kid, The Simpsons was shown on BBC Two, followed by Fresh Prince. What a fucking lineup! And Futurama was on Sky, and we never had Sky when I was a kid. We didn't have Sky.
Yeah, it was on Sky One.
Yeah,
I think
that rings
for a
bell.
long time.
It's a lot older than I thought it was. I thought it started in like 2003-4 sort of time, but it started in 1997.
9.
Or was it 99?
I think.
I thought it started in 97. Oh no, yeah, March 1999. Yeah. I really fucking like it.
Yeah, the thing is, I think as soon as I saw it, because obviously I knew it was made by the same people who made The Simpsons, and I think as soon as I saw this, I liked The Simpsons less.
Really?
Yeah, because I think I sort of instantly just went straight to, well, if it's written by the same people but it's set in space, they can do whatever the fuck they want and just be like, yeah, but it's space.
That is the thing when you do a sort of an animated show. If you've got sci-fi elements in it, you really can go anywhere. But saying that, The Simpsons do a lot of pretty imaginative stuff. Like they've done episodes about space and things, like their Halloween ones.
I mean, I'm not saying that The Simpsons is bad. I'm just saying that I feel that this is better
for
me.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Yeah, I had to word that in a way that no one's going to hate me or be able to disagree with me.
Did you ever play the Futurama game?
No.
It was fucking hard as nails.
Yeah, was it PS2?
Yeah. I think I had a...
Yeah, a lot of PS2 games were hard though.
Did I have a demo of it? I think I might have had a...
Also, you suck at video games.
Oh, well, there is that. That also is...
That's the main thing, I think.
So Fry is a pizza delivery guy. He's a bit down his luck. Delivers a pizza. Turns out it's in a cryo lab. Gets frozen. Wakes up in... It's $30.99.
$29.99.
$29.99. Yeah, and then meets a whole bunch of crazy characters.
I think in the first episode he meets Leela, Bender, and
I can never remember the professor's name.
Farnsworth.
That's it.
And yeah, he only meets those 3. Because he spends the whole episode just being like, I don't want to be a delivery boy, I'm in the future. And at the end he's like, so I'm just a delivery boy? Yes.
He also meets Richard Nixon and Leonard Nimoy.
Yes,
and
yes, he does.
Matt Groening's head is on that shelf as well.
Well, I mean, it would be.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie to you. I've got the episode like playing again on my computer as we're talking. I've got it on with the subtitles on. So.
Yeah, the thing is, do you think it was bad that it was cancelled after like 4 years? Wait, 4 years?
What?
Yeah.
Was it? It only ran for
not 4 years.
It can't have.
I can't do maths. 14 years.
I was gonna say, I'm sure there was loads.
It was cancelled for 6 years in the middle though.
Oh.
It wasn't on between 2003 and 2009.
I didn't know that. I thought it just carried on going. That's weird, isn't it? When you think The Simpsons has been running for like way longer than that, and they're on series 26 or something now, 30 maybe.
Yeah, something like that.
But you know, Family Guy was cancelled and it came back.
Yeah, I think it's I don't know. I don't have this big problem with things being cancelled. Because sometimes I think it makes the stuff that is there better.
Yeah.
Unless it's Firefly.
Yeah, I guess I don't. I mean,
I think that's the problem we have when we do animated TV shows. There's not really a huge amount to say because they're normally about 20 minutes long.
20 minutes long, but there's a weird. I think I've spoken about this before, but there's a weird sort of evolution that animated series comedies like this seem to go in. Like The Simpsons have done it, Family Guy's done it, South Park's definitely done it, but the original conceit of the show is forgotten after a number of series, and then it just becomes, you know, them taking the piss out of what's been in the news the previous year. So, but I don't. Well,
I don't know if I've seen in all of Futurama.
I definitely have. I haven't seen all of The Simpsons. There's definitely Simpsons episodes I've not seen.
Yeah.
So
but it's I think it's one of those shows that you don't need to watch all the way, like end to end.
No.
Because you can kind of just go, oh, well, it's on.
Yeah, that's absolutely it. Like Futurama's definitely one of those shows that, like, if it's on, I'm not switching it off. Yeah, I fucking love Futurama.
Yeah, it's really good. The trouble, just with both of the shows, there's not a huge amount to say because the first episode is just Fry being like, well, I'm in the fucking future. I'm going to be... I guess, logically, he should be a historian.
Yeah, he would do quite well.
Yeah. He has a very specific area of knowledge.
I do like that when they go back to old New York. I do like that when they go down. It's like it's all buried under the thing. And
I think one of my favourite scene in the pilot is just when he's frozen.
Oh, yeah, that's such
a
good thing.
Everything like happening in the background, you're like, because like they knock down what was modern day New York, and then they start building it up, and it's all like medieval. And then aliens come back and just knock it all down again.
Speaking of medieval, have you watched any of Disenchantment?
No, I haven't.
Oh, it's rubbish.
Oh, well, it might be on the list.
Is it?
For next year. Maybe.
Oh, it's not great.
I don't know.
Like,
we need to move Umbrella Academy because I've already watched the whole thing.
I mean, I guess like with modern day, with The Simpsons, it's really good. With the Futurama, it's really good. Disenchantment, oof. Oh, it's not great. That came out about this time last year, I think, on Netflix.
Yeah, I think with animated shows especially, I think you can only really go current or forward. It's really hard to go back and animate the past.
I don't think there's not been that many. There's not. I can't think of.
I don't think many people have tried
like
it.
Fantasy animated shows.
Well, I mean, there's.
That's the first thing I thought. It was like you go back to the 80s and that sort of stuff.
Yeah, there's an animated Lord of the Rings film.
Castlevania. That's one of the ones to go. SpongeBob SquarePants. How's that? Oh, I suppose it's fantastic. Yeah, fine. Anyway, but I meant like classical fantasy, like.
Yeah, like witches and wizards.
Yeah, exactly.
Orcs and goblins.
Yeah. No. Futurama's great.
Cave trolls and borrowers.
Final Space is not great. But I love
Futurama is. Yeah. But then I wonder if that's maybe that we knew we were doing them together and maybe didn't give Final Space enough of a chance.
Well, it's just there's
a potential there. I think that maybe
I just can't get past how fucking irritating they all are. That's the thing. It's like with Futurama, there's no one that I'm like, oh, I can't stand it when they're on the screen. Like I like every character in Futurama, but with this, fuck me. Final Space. I mean, sorry, absolutely not.
Yeah, the thing is, I feel like now, having watched so many pilots, that if a pilot doesn't make me go, ooh, I want to, like, or makes me accidentally watch, I don't know, like 4 or 5 episodes, like, that's what I need now.
I suppose I wonder if we've become less tolerant of pilots because we've now watched, like, a ridiculous number.
I think there is a definite case to be made for that. I think Futurama probably gets away with it because we've watched it before. Like, we both know we like the show.
That's very true.
Because I think it happened with most recently Suits, but I think before that it hasn't been. I think there have been a few things that made me want to watch more that we've done this year. But I think really the first one that made me go, fuck, yeah, no, this year was just like Marvelous Miss Maisel. And I was just like, I'm going to keep watching. I think I was watching like episode 4 or 5 before we started recording. Just like, yeah, no, I'm just going to keep watching this until he makes me stop and talk about it. And then I'm going to make him fuck off, and then I'm going to keep watching it. I think yeah, there's an argument to be had that we're a bit jaded.
We're now actually not the best people to be doing this podcast.
No, we are, because we still have the same opinions.
That's true.
But we just hate everything. But I do that anyway, because people suck.
That's very true. What's the next pilot?
I thought we were just going to leave it there.
People are shit.
People
anyway.
Moving on.
What's this? One Day at a Time and The Real O'Neills. I don't know what either of these things are. I'm not going to Google them. I'm just going to watch them.
I really like... There was a bit that just went, we've had this conversation already.
Yeah, we have.
Yeah.
But then following that, we've got our final UK versus US. Is it going to be a complete whitewash? I'm going to tell you now. Yes, it fucking will be.
I mean, yeah, I've watched all of both of the shows. We win.
Cool.
And like, I know exactly how we've won, but I'll tell you when we record it.
If that isn't a reason to continue listening to this,
you were about to say subscribe.
I don't know what it. Oh, don't worry about that. You got far too much stuff to do with your day, I suppose. Can't be worrying about subscriptions.
It's just, I don't even. How do you subscribe to a podcast? I've never done it.
I don't know. If only there was some sort of handy magazine or website that would help to recommend new and exciting podcasts to which you should subscribe.
What magazine is that?
Oh, it's called Pod Bible. I'm glad you asked me. Anyway, let's go play Overwatch. Fuck you.
Is that directed at me or the unlucky person listening?
Fuck you.